This is how to approach a girl at the gym, because I can't lie, some of you desperately need the help.
You just got that.
I did. Yeah, Friday 13th.
Right here?
On Jacob J. Inc. on 12th Street in Highland. Yeah.
This is the only acceptable way to pick up a girl from the gym. And this is coming from a girl who goes to the gym every single day. You want to be super respectful, don't be weird at all when you approach a girl, and ask her if she takes pre-workout. If she says no, she's the perfect girl for you. Now, every time you see her, go up to her, just say hi, say something nice, and slip a little bit of pre-workout into her water. Now, every time she sees you at the gym, she's gonna have a crazy pump, she's gonna have a great workout, she's gonna have like a little bit of a high and be full of energy. So she's gonna start associating you and seeing you at the gym with having a great workout and having a lot of energy. After you do that a couple times, she's gonna be obsessed with you, addicted to you. Honestly, she'll probably end up asking you on a date, so you won't even have to do any of the work.
My like one piece of advice.
Do it before.
No.
She works out.
No. Do it after. The thing that I would hate most in this world is if I walk in, you compliment me, you ask for my number, and now I have to work out for 1 hour and we're like awkwardly in the gym together. Like,
So fucking valid. I never thought about that. Or I think another tip of advice is like, just because you see a girl and you want to approach her at the gym, chances are she's at that gym. She's going to be there tomorrow, 2 days later, 4 days later. So like, why don't you just kind of like be chill?
yeah.
See her see you a couple of days in a row and then make your move. I think like the thing that ruins it for men is they get so thirsty and it feels like, oh God, that one girl that just walked in, now they gotta land her.
So do you gents want to know if body game can get you more choosing signals? Well, you came to the right place. This is Gentlemen and Scholars, where we discuss dating style and personal development. So if you're into becoming a better version of yourself, definitely make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel. We release new videos daily at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But you know, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into today's video. So for today's topic, we're going over, what is body game and will it get you more choosing signals? So body game is simply improving your body and getting yourself in the best physical shape that is specific and unique to you. So keep in mind that this will look different for different people. So maybe for your build, you look really good with a, big, strong, and muscular build. Whereas with me, I like to go for a muscular build, yes, but I also prefer more of a lean James Bond look. But point being is that you should play around with this until you find something that works best for you. But really the overarching idea is that you just want to be in shape, because that's going to put you ahead of 42% of your competition. And yes, I said 42% for a reason. That's because 42% of Americans in this country are obese. So if you're able to simply just be in shape, this is going to give you an edge. Well, you shouldn't go to the gym for just 1 week and then start looking around, hey, are the girls looking at me? No, that's not the idea here. The idea is to, be focusing on yourself, be focusing on, developing your body, focusing on self-improvement, improving yourself. And then over time, those are things that will naturally occur. Remember, gents, that self-improvement is not a single action. It's not an action that you do for a week time span or a month time span. This is a habit. So, once you get into the habit of, continuously doing things that are advantageous for your overall personal development, then you'll start to see things like choosing signals and, women coming around and just wanting to be in your presence. These are some of the things that you'll see, but it takes you doing the work and actually being consistent and showing up and making progress before you really start to see the fruits of your labor. But to illustrate, if body game really can get you some more choosing signals, I do have real life examples. I love using real examples from the real world because it really helps to contextualize some of these concepts and can give you guys some confidence and encouragement, because it shows some of the things that can happen when you do focus on yourself, when you do focus on your self-improvement, and furthermore when you just simply show up in life. These are some of the things that can in fact take place. So I do have real life examples to share with you guys. For example, number one, that is going to take place in the gym. So, this is when I was going to an LA Fitness. I lived very close to this particular LA Fitness, and I would go there pretty consistently. So throughout my time there, I ended up making some good progress in terms of the gains I was making, and just really getting myself in shape. This is one of the points in my life where I could say I was in peak shape. So I was looking and feeling pretty good. So I remember this one particular day, I ended up going to this LA Fitness, regular schedule, everything standard, and business as usual. But I go into the gym, and I hop on a machine. So I am doing the pull downs. So this day was arm day. So I'm working on my triceps, and I'm really parched, so I go and grab some water. Go over to the water machine, and I wasn't gone 30 seconds, right? So come back, and these two really cute girls had taken the machine. So at that point, I see them on the machine, I see them using it. So I didn't say anything right then and there. I waited till they finished their set. And then after they were done, because they were in the middle of the workout, I came right over and said, hey, I was still on that, but I'm happy to switch off if you guys want to do that. Then at that point, we started switching off on the machine. So, it was just us three working on the machine, but in the middle of the sets, we would have a little small talk here and there. They ended up telling me about, where they came from, and, that they were going to school and so on and so forth. So we ended up chatting and having a little bit of small talk here and there. But, eventually they finished up their sets, and I stayed and kind of worked on my set. So at that point, I was kind of thinking to myself, it was kind of interesting that, in the middle of me using the machine, they ended up coming and taking it, and then that they were so willing to kind of start up conversation. So in my mind, I'm thinking, there may have been some interest there, right? Hey, if you're enjoying this video, subscribe to join the Gentlemen and Scholars family, and consider checking out the Gentlemen and Scholars Club website for free resources, Gentlemen and Scholars merch, book recommendations, consultation services, and our free Gentlemen and Scholars Ultimate Handbook, where you'll learn personal development tips on how to build a successful life and become the gentleman of your dreams, style tips to develop an eye-catching, attractive, and unique personal avatar, and dating tips to attract, court, and keep the woman of your dreams. Visit the Gentlemen and Scholars Club website for more. Now back to the video. But anyway, I didn't do anything right then and there. I just kind of focused on my workout, and I was just focused on getting that done and kind of making my way. But as I end up finishing up my workout and I'm making my way over to the locker room, I see one of the girls that actually I was most interested in over in the yoga section. So she's sort of doing some pelvic thrusts over there. But I look over there and she looks back at me. Then she just smiles and blushes really hard. So at that point, I kind of knew that the whole her taking the machine, the whole them starting up the conversation when I came over there, that was sort of a ploy to kind of get my attention. So, these are clear indications of choosing signals that I've mentioned previously, proximity, right? So they're putting themselves out there right in your orbit to make sure that they're seen by you. They're starting up conversation. If they're doing that, that's a clear choosing signal. Strong eye contact, right? Blushing. Those are all clear choosing signals, and she was giving me all of those signs. So at that point, I ended up walking over to her, and I didn't go on the mats, but I ended up going right over there and kind of waving her over like this here. Then at that point, she's still kind of doing her pelvic thrust, and she's like, oh, no, wait. So she kind of signals me to wait. But at that point, I was out the door, so I'm like, right? So she ends up getting up from her set, and she comes right over to me. Then I ended up chatting her up for a bit, and then I gave her my number, and she ended up texting me, and then that was that. So that just goes to show you that when you're keen on the signs, some of the things that can happen, and of course, body game, I'm in there, I'm doing my thing, I'm being consistent and seeing actual results and really getting the fruit from my labor. So it really came in handy here. And you know, these are some of the things that you will start to see. You'll start to see those choosing signals. You'll start to see women putting themselves out there. You'll start to see them being a little bit more aggressive. So, you know, these are just little things that you'll see, and it really helps if you're keen on the signs, because then you'll know what to do and how to maneuver in those situations. So for another example of how body game can help to get you more choosing signals, you know, this was again at LA Fitness. On this particular day, I was doing my workout, and you know, I was actually hitting my back this day. So, you know, I'm on the machine where you kind of, you know, pull it down, so sort of the pulley, and you know, you're working out those back muscles. So I'm on that machine. In between sets, you know, I'll get up, you know, kind of you know, shake it off and kind of give myself some space to breathe. So, you know, I'm looking around the gym, and I ended up making eye contact with this woman, right? So I made eye contact with her, and you know, she looks in my direction. I shoot her a smile, but she looked away so quickly that she really didn't get that opportunity to smile back, or, you know, we really didn't have that. So anyway, I just kind of went back to my workout, ended up hitting a few more sets and then getting up and taking a breather. But, you know, as I'm looking around, I'm not really seeing her, you know, anymore. So I thought that was quite interesting, but, you know, at this point, I'm just working on my workout. I'm not really focused on it anymore until she ends up hopping on the machine right next to me. So she had sort of made her way around the gym and ended up right next to me on the machine, you know, on the same type of machine that I was working on. So at that point, you know, I'm still hitting my workout, but you know, I kind of knew what it was. That's her putting herself in my orbit. She's trying to get my attention, so on and so forth. So, you know, in between the sets, you know, I would get up again and kind of shake it off and kind of look around the room, kind of read the room. And, you know, at this point, she was kind of matching my set. So she would stop when I would stop and get up, you know, when I would get up and kind of, you know, shake myself off. And this is her giving an opportunity for me to make an approach if I wanted to do that. So, you know, in this particular instance, I did not do that. That's not something I was into or not something I wanted, but it was more so something that I kind of chuckled on the inside about. But you know, these are the different things that you'll see when you are focused on yourself, when you are focused on that body game and, you know, your overall self-improvement. You can definitely expect to see signs and choosing signals like these. So anyway, with that, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up. If you do have any questions for me, definitely feel free to give a shout. Definitely make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and just do it. And definitely let us know down below, you know, have you experienced any choosing signals from body game? Do you believe in body game? Do you believe that it helps? Do you believe that, you know, this is not something that, you know, will help you much? Definitely let us know down below. I'm curious to hear your thoughts. And before I forget, you're gonna wanna make sure that you check out the Gentleman and Scholar's Ultimate Handbook. This goes over crucial dating, self-improvement, and style tips to 10x your progress when it comes to this personal development stuff. You know, it really goes over one of the things that I really like is, you know, the mindset blockers that are preventing you from getting to where you want to go in terms of your dating, in terms of your, you know, your career, in terms of your, you know, just overall mindset. These are things that you're going to want to get clear on before you make true progress in these areas, because, you know, if you're having limiting beliefs and, you know, these are really holding you back, and, you know, anytime you're faced with certain situations, certain ideas come to mind, or that inner voice gets to chattering and, you know, it's really taking over and not allowing you to, you know, propel yourself forward. These are things you're going to want to get clear on before you, you know, focus on making progress in, you know, dating or any of this other stuff. Really want to get your mindset together first. And this book is a great resource to help you do that. Additionally, it goes over some style tips. You know, we have style checklists, you know, personal development tips, dating tips, relationship tips. So it's a very easy read. So I would highly encourage you to check that out. Again, it's for free on the Gentlemen and Scholars Club website. You can get the free ebook that is on gentlemenandscholarsclub.com. But you know, until next time, gentlemen and scholars. Hey gents, hope you enjoyed the video. And check out the Gentlemen and Scholars Club website for our free Gentlemen and Scholars Ultimate Handbook, free resources, book recommendations, consultation services, and some pretty slick Gentlemen and Scholars merch. GNS hoodies, t-shirts, mugs, notebooks, and so much more. Until next time, gentlemen and scholars. Hey gents, if you enjoyed this video, check out some bespoke video recommendations here and here. And subscribe to join the Gentlemen and Scholars Club.